Hello, I'm Eric.
And I'm Melissa.
And today we're going to talk about our Barrie Game Exchange pickups.
Yeah, the Barrie Game Exchange is the largest game exchange in the greater Toronto area.
As claimed by the Cartridge Club.
As claimed by the Cartridge Club. Our friend Nintendo Hodge runs it, and he sets up this awesome exchange, this awesome expo, I guess. Can you call it an expo?
Yeah.
I would call it an expo.
It's an exchange.
An exchange, and it was amazing. So first time that we went up to Canada to this exchange and to see a bunch of Cartridge Clubbers.
Mm-hmm.
So really, it was to see a bunch of Cartridge Clubbers. And oh,
and
by the way,
a bunch of games. Yeah.
Go to this exchange.
Yeah.
That's really what it became.
Here are our tickets.
Yeah. So our tickets.
Barrie Game Exchange.
They were supposed to be winning tickets for the raffles.
Oh yeah, we didn't win any door prizes.
Somehow we didn't win.
Somehow.
Thought you were going to hook us up.
Somehow our bribes didn't weren't quite big enough. All right, so we did get a bunch of stuff.
Yes.
There's been a bunch of content about the Barrie Game Exchange. We've done another video.
We did a video, yeah.
A bunch of people are doing it. I'm not going to name it because there's so many people who do it, but look for Barrie Game Exchange.
Yeah.
But today we're going to talk specifically about our pickups. Right? Okay, so
We should start with this one.
I am going to start with something that happened the day before the exchange. We went to Value Village.
Yeah.
Which exists in the United States, but we went to one in Canada because the STC pod crew is always talking about Value Village. And I didn't get much there. There weren't many games, but I did find a pack of Skylanders cards. I don't know how many there are here, maybe 25 or so. And for $3, I couldn't see all of them. I grabbed them in the hopes that there'd be a couple of good ones in there. I have some that are in bad shape, so hopefully these are
I think you
upgrades.
said, like,
I
went through them and you said, oh, I think we need that.
Yeah,
at least like 2. I mean, even getting like 3 cards out of that pack, I would say, I mean, I'd pay $1 a card, right? So.
Yeah. So, all right. So that was actually outside the exchange.
Yeah.
In the exchange, I'll do what I normally do and start with the manuals.
Manuals.
And there is only one, and that is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Fall of the Foot Clan for the Game Boy Advance.
Okay. Do you have that game?
I do have this game. Yeah, I've kind of made a rule not to buy manuals for games I don't own. So
that's what I was looking for.
I was glad to get that. I have the cartridge and the manual now. And then let's do some randos.
You're gonna do some randos?
Yeah, let's do some random stuff first.
Talk about how you made a beeline?
No, we'll do that at the end.
All right.
So, couple of quick random games. That's from us playing Overwatch, the randos. They were bundling these 2 together. It was 2 for $5, which wasn't a great price, but what the heck. Moonsweeper, a Magic game for the Atari. I've kind of been thinking I might try to grab some of the Magic games. And then this was actually loose, but I had bought the case and manual earlier, so I was looking for the loose cart, and that's a World Series Baseball for the Genesis. So,
there you go.
what the heck, you know? Grabbed the cart.
Didn't you get this for free?
I got the case and manual for free.
Yeah.
What did I say?
You bought.
No, I got it for free, and so I bought the cartridge.
Yeah.
And then let's do this one because these are not Cartridge Club people.
Okay.
This was on my list. I think I said at the time maybe it wasn't on my list, but it was. That is the Sega Classics arcade collection for the Sega CD and Eco the Dolphin 2-pack. So saw this there. It's kind of a neat little item. I already have all these games, but I thought it'd be kind of neat to get, you know, especially this has Revenge of Shinobi on the Sega CD.
You love your collection.
Yeah, I love these things. So this is just sort of a neat little thing to have for the Sega CD, I thought, so I grabbed it.
Didn't the Sega CD games come in the long...
Yeah.
But did this one too? Or?
I don't think so. It was. I think it was bundled with Sega CD systems, and the discs say not for resale. So
okay.
I don't know. It's a neat little thing to have.
Okay.
And then this, which the sticker is on it, I didn't pay this price. And these are all Canadian prices, by the way. So the exchange rate was pretty good to us. Gradius Collection. Now, this should have been on my wish list, but it wasn't.
Oh,
And
convenient.
I don't know why it wasn't, because this looks awesome.
You and your shmups.
Yeah, Shmup Collection, Gradius 1, 2, 3, 4, and Gaiden. How cool is that? So I was really excited to see that. All right.
No, I'm kidding.
It is cool.
No, I'm happy for you because you love your collection.
I do, and I love my shoot 'em ups.
Yeah.
So then we got let's do these.
Okay.
So this one came from. You want to do this one? You do it.
Okay.
You
okay. So you have the Trauma Team games.
Trauma Center
Trauma
games.
Center games, right?
There's 3 of them for the Wii.
So we've been missing the first one.
Is that the first? I'm not sure. I don't remember which one. I think that's the 3rd one. I think we have 1 and 2.
Well, we've been looking for this one for like the past year and a half.
Yep.
To every expo we go to, Trauma Team. And we can never find it. Or we find it and it's super expensive.
But Nintendo Hodge had it.
Nintendo Hodge had it. Saw that in a pre-expo picture.
Did we really?
Yeah, he had posted.
Oh, did I say something at the time? I was like, oh, I should get that?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
So we went there, he had it, it's totally complete and
awesome.
Nice and awesome. And he hooked us up with a good deal.
He hooked us up. Yep.
So I went, we looked at it a couple times and I went back and his wife was manning the table and she said, Chris said if you come back and you want that to give you a deal. And I said, all right, we're getting
all right, we want a deal.
Yeah.
All right. All right. And
so
then,
thank you.
Speaking of other Cartridge Clubbers, this wasn't at the BGE proper, but I bought it from another Cartridge Clubber there. It's Military Madness for the TurboGrafx.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have bought it loose normally, but he gave me a really nice price for it. It's rocket sauce. So really excited to have this. I walked away from this one time complete, and I've kind of regretted it ever since. I got it loose now. I can play it. And then I bought another. What a great expo exchange for Turbo games. I bought another TurboGrafx game, one that was on my list that I've known about since the early days of the Turbo. And Miles from Flock of Nerds really likes it, and that's JJ and Jeff. And I got this from RetroPixel, who also hooked me up.
Yeah.
So really happy.
We were looking at this elsewhere.
Yeah.
We were looking at this elsewhere in the expo, and then I happened to go back. I would go back and forth to the Cartridge Club area, I call it. Cartridge Club Corner.
Cartridge Club Corner, there you go.
And I saw it in RetroPixel's table, and I said, Eric, go see RetroPixel has it. If you're gonna buy it from him.
Yeah.
You know, even, regardless of the price, buy it from him.
Yeah.
Hook a brother up.
And he hooked me up. So excited to get 2 non-sports, non-junk TurboGrafx games from the expo. Okay, now we're going to do these. So we'll do these. Okay. So one of the things I was most excited about, at least when it comes to games at the Barrie Game Exchange, is the Sega Master System imports. Now, a number of Cartridge Clubbers know that I'm a fan of the Sega Master System, and every time they go to Barrie, they always do a slow shot of the big pile of Master System games.
Yeah.
So I was really hopeful that there would be a big pile of Master System games imports to the U.S. Apparently, they're common in Canada. So I did find the guy who has all the Master System games. He had quite a few good ones, but they were not complete. So I had to walk away from a couple of good ones, but I did pick up 3 good ones. This was the first purchases I made, and we'll just do this in order. The first one is Mortal Kombat. And everybody I showed this to said, I had no idea they made Mortal Kombat for the Master System. Well, they do. And I bought this to have as part of the collection. It is probably, I've already tried it. It works, but it is not really playable, and it's missing a bunch of characters.
Yeah.
I forget how many are in the original Mortal Kombat, but I think this only has 8 or maybe even 6. And I don't think all the stages are here, but this is mostly just to have for the collection because it seems like, hey, Mortal
It also
Kombat.
didn't have like the voiceover.
Oh, it didn't do the it didn't do the voices. Yeah, and the music. So it's not a great translation. It's probably even worse than the Game Gear because the colors are not as good as on the Game Gear. So, but yeah, it looks pretty cool. All right, the next one I got was this one, Tato Chase HQ. I've heard of this game. I don't really know much about it, but it looks pretty. I guess it looked kind of cool, and it's complete. So I grabbed it. So excited to have that in the collection too. Love these imports. And then finally, another one that is also a Game Gear game, Sonic Chaos or Sonic the Hedgehog Chaos. I like to get the Game Gear versions on the Master System. The screen's a little bigger and stuff like that. So this one seems to play okay. So those are the 3 big Master System imports I purchased. They didn't have Vampire or Master of Darkness or Ninja Gaiden or anything like that. So those are the ones I was kind of looking for. But these are going to be a very nice addition to the collection. So that is, and then we have, that's it for what we bought at the Expo proper.
Yeah.
And then one of the famous things about the Expo or the Exchange are the, what are they?
Greasy trunk deals?
Greasy trunk deals.
Yeah.
Ask me about my greasy trunk deals.
I told her to get that on her shirt. Ask me about my trunk.
Want to see what's in my trunk?
Yeah.
That Canadian Retro holds or does out in the parking lot. So we of course had to partake in a greasy trunk deal.
Yeah.
And he does this charity drive. It's called Extra Life. Play Games, Heal Kids, and he does this charity each year. And one of the things he does at the expos is he offers these blind bags, where you pay $20, you get a blind bag of games, and he says there's $30 worth of games in there, and it all goes to charity anyway. So we said, what the heck? Since we're here, we gotta try that out. So we bought a blind bag.
He had a special with his blind bags.
Yeah, what was the special?
You buy a blind bag and you get a system for free.
A console.
A console.
So I bought a blind bag.
Yeah.
And this is what we got. First is a PlayStation game, FIFA 99.
Ooh.
Okay. This is coming on 20 years old now. This is an 18-year-old. It probably came out in 98, so it's 19 years old. So FIFA 99. Here's a good one, which I'd be thrilled about if I didn't already have like 3 copies of it.
That's okay.
Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
This is a really good copy.
Yeah, this is like beautiful.
Yeah.
Anyway, Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Wonderful, great game. And then the one that I don't have sealed is Midnight Club Dub Edition Remix for the Xbox, and I'm pretty excited about this. I hear it's a good game. It's sealed. They've wrapped the French Canadian dual language cover around it, but I'm expecting that in the original case is the United, the English case. But really excited about having that. I think that's a good game. And then the system I picked was a PS2 Slim. One of the things we noticed when we were playing Final Fantasy 4 and 5 is that our PS2, which we had hooked up, which is another used PS2, was having a little trouble with the discs. So I grabbed a new one on the hopes that maybe this one will read the discs a little bit better. But PS2s are getting old, and they're, do you want to look at that?
Yeah, I want to look at
that. They're not doing so good. So that was it for the Barrie Game Exchange. Now the rest of this stuff is the good stuff. This is the stuff that we got from Cartridge Club members, from our friends, that were gifts to us during our weekend up in Canada. So why don't you start with
the top?
Why don't you start with the top?
Okay.
And do your little thing first.
Okay, do this first then?
Yeah.
Okay, so our friends have these magnets, Flock of Nerds. They do a great podcast, and Miles and Catherine do a podcast with Chris. It comes out monthly, and it's great to listen to. And they also do Let's Plays. They have a YouTube channel, Flock of Nerds, that they do Let's Plays on. Yeah. So they, on their podcast, they do a totally random drawing every month. And they randomly picked my name last month.
Yep.
So I won. And they usually like have a specific prize. And last month they didn't have something specific in mind. It was just going to be a super awesome prize. And so at the Barrie Game Exchange, they were there and they had a table and they said, pick what you want. So I was like, oh, Eric, I kind of want this. Eric, do we have this? Yeah, we have that one. Oh, okay. How about this? Yeah, we have that one. So finally, I picked up this Super Nintendo game, The Magical Quest, starring Mickey Mouse. And I said, hey, Eric, do we have this? And he's like, no. I said, do you know anything about it? No, but Cynthia was there, Derek's wife, Deej 13.
So yeah, I think it's 13. Yeah.
Deej 13.
I don't remember the number.
He is. He does the Two Dorks.
The Two
podcast.
Dorks.
His wife was there, and she was like, "Oh, that's an awesome game. That was my favorite game as a kid." And I was like, and I said, "Really?" You know, I wasn't sure if she was teasing me or not. And she was like, "No, it was." And I said, "Okay, then I'm gonna get it." And so, under her recommendation, I got it. And then, so I grabbed this. And then when Miles came and saw that I grabbed this, he's like, "Oh, that's a really good game." And I was like, all right.
All right.
We got the 2 thumbs up from 2 Cartridge Clubbers.
Yep.
So I'm looking forward to playing this.
Cool.
And that was a game that I picked out.
That's right. I decided, yes, it's your game. You pick it out. Miles was also nice enough. He shared with us sort of his table of stuff before the thing, and he was nice enough to offer me Battletoads and Ragnarok's World for the Game Boy, which is a game I didn't have. And I had it on my list, so he was nice enough to just give that to me. So we each got a prize from Flock of Nerds.
Cool.
And then this was something I had worked out with Musty Hobbit a little bit earlier, maybe a few weeks ago. He had a Super Wide Gear box for the Game Gear, and I have the item, so I just wanted the box for the heck of it. So yeah.
So that it's in nice condition.
Nice, yes. So I can put it. I just have the box flat. Okay, so thank you, Musty, for that. Excited to have that. I'm not sure if there's a manual with it. And then these 2 items came from RetroPixel. Now, RetroPixel was nice enough at the last Barrie Game Exchange to get me a copy of Sonic the Hedgehog to complete my US collection.
Yeah.
And his generosity knows no ends. He
Yes.
gave me 2 additional games.
Pretty awesome.
One of them apparently is one that I had mentioned to him. I know it's been on my list. Cooking Mama Cook Off. He knew that I wanted this, and he had a copy, so he gave it to me.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so excited about that. I have one game. I have one of these Cooking Mama games for the DS, and now I have one for the Wii, and I think there's another one, so we may have to add that to the list. I'm not sure. But equally as exciting is that I knew for a while that he had a copy of Ghost House. Now, this is the cartridge version. And that's interesting because in the US, this game came on a Sega card. And he said if he ever found the Sega card version, we could work something out for the cartridge version. And so this trip, he just gave it to me.
Cool.
So now I have this neat little variant or import. It is Ghost House on cartridge for the Master System. So I'm really excited about that too. So boom, 4 new
awesome.
Master System games. Excellent. Moving on real quickly. This is a gift from Bill, STC Pod. I think it came from P1, and then Bill. I kind of mentioned that I had my eye on this, and Bill was gracious enough to pass it along to me. So thank you very much, Bill and P1. This is Tailspin for the Genesis. I love collecting these old black case Genesis games, and of course Tailspin. There's a Tailspin for the NES. I'm not sure if this is the same game or just a different game with the same name, but really glad to have a Disney Genesis game.
This was from Bill at STC Pod.
I said that.
Okay.
Didn't I?
I don't know if you said STC Pod.
STC Pod.
I just want to mention STC Pod because it's like my top podcast.
Okay. So Bill from STC Pod, thank you.
That's
All right, and then finally, these 2 items came directly from P1, Cartridge Bros P1. There was a box of random stuff, randos, no one wanted, and I guess I'm a sucker for Game Gear. I have this game for the Genesis. It is Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. Nobody else wanted it, so I grabbed it. Nice to have that in the collection. But the big thing, the big gift from P1 was very generous. Back at Cowlitz, I mentioned after Cowlitz, I went to go look for E's Memories of Salsetta for the Vita, and the GameStop that had it nearby had just sold it.
Yeah.
We were coming back, and it turns out that there was a GameStop near Cowlitz that had it.
That's right.
And we were already halfway home,
So we couldn't
and
go back.
so we couldn't go back.
Yeah.
So I had it in my grasp, and it slipped away from me. And I mentioned this story to P1, and he says, "Oh, no problem. You can have my collector's edition of E's Memories of Salsetta
Factory seal.
for the PS Vita. Wow.
Yeah.
This is incredible. I'm extremely grateful for this. I want to play this game. I don't know if I want to open this incredibly nice gift. Yeah, I might buy it digitally and just keep this as a nice item. E's Memories of Salsetta for the PS Vita. As I understand it, this will work on my PlayStation TV. I sure hope it will. And this was a very generous gift from Cartridge Bros P1. Thank you so much. I love my E's. And I'm going to try to get E's Origin from Limited Run Games. It's coming out, I think, on Friday.
Yeah.
So that'll date this video. It's coming out. It's coming out
I don't know
next
if that would be last Friday or the Friday coming up, depending on when this video comes out.
I'm sure you'll hear in some other video whether I get it or not. All right, so that was our trip. Gifts, purchases, every gaming related item we got at Barrie Game Exchange. It was a fantastic, fantastic weekend.
I can't.
You can't get over it.
I can't even talk about it anymore. It's just like
it was so great meeting everybody, hanging out with everybody. It was a blast from start to finish. Would love to do it again.
Yeah.
We'll see about next year.
Yeah.
We'll see.
So, all right.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it for the pickups.
If you enjoyed the video, like us and subscribe.